Thailand's worst floods for half a century are threatening to overwhelm defences around the capital, Bangkok. These satellite images show the difference between Thailand as it usually looks and as it is now, with at least 1/3 of the country underwater. Flood defences have so far kept the worst from the capital, but hundreds of residents have been evacuated from parts of the city, and 2 more industrial zones are now under threat. Our Asia correspondent John Sparks reports from Bangkok.
It's not a traffic jam, it's a parking lot. The residents of Bangkok now leaving their vehicles on the city's elevated freeways. Perhaps the only way to protect them as the waters seep in. The wait is over. Floodwaters from the north have arrived. This is Bangkok's Don Muang district, less than 20 kilometres from the centre. The majority of its residents were on the move today, wading to safety or clambering into the back of trucks. Some hung about, however. "I thought we'd be spared," said this man. Everyone in Bangkok has been told to move to higher ground, and numerous areas are now being evacuated. It is a colossal challenge for the authorities. "How are you?" "I'm so upset," she said. "I have nowhere to sleep tonight. My house is flooded." We went to the local evacuation centre, but army trucks were taking its occupants away. The floods had closed it down.
This is the Wat Wulu school. It's one of the designated evacuation centres in Don Muang, and there were 800 people here overnight, but they've had to leave. They've evacuated the evacuation centre.
We spoke to one mother waiting for the next lorry out. The whole experience had been too much.
I feel terrible. It's such a tragedy. People are hungry, and when the authorities hand out food, well, they're fighting with each other for it.
Another evacuation centre, here in the departures hall at the local airport. It's bursting at the seams, over capacity by 1,000, with little relief in sight. The embattled Prime Minister, Yingluck Shinawatra, elected 2 months ago, went on TV today to say it's going to get worse. The flooding could last from 4 to 6 weeks, she said. Don't underestimate the situation. For weeks, the authorities have tried to hold the floodwaters back, with dikes, canals and barriers. But now a change in strategy. The gates have been opened, water allowed to run through and flood the city. "We had no choice," a government spokesman told us. "We were risking an urban tsunami."
If we let the water build up higher and higher and a barrier breaks down, well, we can't control that. It would be like a tsunami.
An estimated 16 billion cubic metres of water flowing towards Bangkok and onto the sea. After weeks of resistance, the city has yielded and nature allowed to run its course. John Sparks, Channel 4 News, Bangkok.